Hello, everybody. Welcome back, Garden Besties. It is a beautiful day outside, okay? So let's get right into it. Welcome back to the channel. Tia Henderson here, your favorite gardening realtor. I am about 3 days behind, you guys. I am so sorry. Life be lifing, and time goes really fast, and I've really been wanting to get this content out. So I'm getting ready to just do as much of it as I can for, and I know I need to apologize because I said it was going to be a 12-part series, but that is my food preserving series. This is just 6 parts of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it in my garden. Okay. So for this one, part 3, we're going to be talking about the wonderful and amazing Roma tomato and what my plans are, what I have here, because again, remember, you have to have a plan, okay? So my plan for my tomato season this year is salsa, spaghetti sauce, ketchup, multi-purpose uses or anything like that. I will be using this, the Complete Guide to Home Canning. This is the 2024 edition, since I will be getting into some canning this year because that's my goal. Now I have these seeds, which I am going to start. I'm probably going to do about 8 more because right here I have some plants. These are Romas, but of course you can see they're kind of leggy, and that's okay for tomatoes because if you can see here on the stem of the plant, there's hairs there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate these and I'm going to put them into their own individual cups, and I'm going to bury them deeper. And that's just going to allow for a much stronger, healthier plant because all these little hairs will turn into roots. That is especially true for the tomato plant. Now, if you do have plants that get a little bit leggy, I haven't had any problems with, you know, separating those plants and then actually burying them a little bit deeper if you catch it early enough, and it'd be fine. So trust me, I've done it. I just actually did it again because I really feel like my starting lights that I have, which I will do a video and show you all my grow light system, because you have to start with what you have and you're able to get the results. But sometimes, like, I'm moving up more into wanting more production out of my garden. So that means that I have to do a little bit more investing into the garden. Now, garden doesn't have to be hard, you guys, okay? You don't have to have fancy stuff. Just, it doesn't have to be expensive. Like, I'm helping so many people this year just get started. And as you get started, you'll be able to like save money, put money to the side. If you know that you want to eventually start your own plants versus going to the garden center, you save for that. Just put money up so that you can ultimately have the garden that you want to have. But right now, the overall goal for us is to be able to eliminate some of these chemicals in our food, okay? So if you are a person who eats pizza, you eat spaghetti, you eat these different things, you love salads and you juice and all of these things, there are lots of things that you can be growing to kind of eliminate buying those things from the store. So that is my goal this year, is to really stack my pantry and to get my staples going. So I know when I plan my garden is that I have to plan my garden and the other gardens that I'm working in according to what I'm going to eat and what my family needs, right? So since it's so pretty outside, I'm really thinking about going ahead and planting my potatoes out here in the garden because it's time to put potatoes out. But I am going to go ahead and finish recording. I want to get to the next series. So this one was really just about tomatoes. I'm only growing one variety of tomato, you guys. I might do another one like a yellow pear or something. My grandmother likes tomatoes. I'm not a big fan. And I do like pickled green tomatoes. So at the end of the season, whatever tomatoes are not ripening or they're really, really small, I'll chop those up, throw them into a quick pickle. Delicious. Chef kiss. Okay. So anything else I want to touch on tomatoes? Okay. So 2 things. You can have an indeterminate or determined variety of tomatoes. Okay. There's so much information and education on YouTube, you guys. I really don't want to dedicate a lot of time to like because you got to do the research, right? Or you got to do the research so that you can get better, so that you can have the knowledge. What I'm doing right now is I'm leading by example. I'm just showcasing what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So I'll tell you really quickly for an indeterminate tomato, just kind of think indeterminate. You don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to get 10 feet tall, 2 feet tall, 80 feet. You don't know. It's indeterminate. With a determinate tomato, you know about kind of what that range is going to look like. It may get 4 feet tall. It may not be as bushy. It may not be as tall. It's kind of determined. It's determinate. That's how I remembered of kind of the outcome that you're going to get. Okay. So that's 2 really quick tips when it comes to tomatoes. One thing I learned last year about the Roma tomato specifically is that though tomatoes love heat, Roma tomatoes don't like too much heat. I was wondering why my tomatoes were not getting redder. And it was because it was a heat wave and it was too hot. And so I left them on the plant a lot longer than I should have before I took them off. But then when I took them off and I brought them in the house, they started to ripen up really well. So I definitely am going to be, sharing little tips and tricks and things that I've learned. Now, keep in mind that may not be for your particular zone. I'm in zone 8A here in North Carolina. So everyone, wherever you live, whatever zone you are in, you can find that just by Googling. If you go to Google search and put my hardiness zone, and you put in your zip code, that will also come up for you. So we are excited to get into all of the fun things that we're going to be preserving and growing. I'm definitely going to take you guys on that journey with us when it comes to this. Is my first year canning. I did take a class, so I know how to do it. So I can't wait for all of my canning professionals to come in the comment section and just teach me, honey. Just flood me with the information about canning, because I'm going to embark that journey this year. So thank you guys so much for dropping by on our tomato episode, and I'll see you on the next one.